Let's sing.
Wow.
When you can't see the way, call on me. When you can't stand the pain, call on me.
Yo, welcome back to another video. I'm very, very excited to share with you epic surprise, which is, if you haven't seen it, I made a cold plunge video about how I built a DIY cold plunge, how I got into Wim Hof method, the health benefits that come along with that. And this is an amazing custom built premium cold plunge from Renew Therapy. We're gonna get into all the specs of why this is so awesome, who it's for, but just look at that. Look how sexy that is. Oh, I want one so bad. We're here with the founder, Bill Bashan, and he's gonna share with us
How do you do?
exactly why he built this cold plunge, started this company, and let's get into the cold plunge. So you might be saying, Kyle, that's awesome. This cold plunge looks amazing, but how much does it cost? It costs somewhere around $10,000. That is not accessible to a lot of people, and I know that. And I think for very specific people, it actually might be worth the investment. Before I break down who this is for and who it's not for, I'm going to have Bill share with us all the specs and all the details, all the intricacies of this unit, and we can see why it costs so much, and then I'll tell you about who I actually think it's for. And if you don't know what I'm talking about in terms of the DIY cold plunge, and you haven't seen that video, I will link it up right here, and I will also link up a video about the benefits of getting into a cold plunge right here, okay? So go check those out if you haven't seen them already, but if you have, then stay with us. Why did you start this company?
It started on a trip to Mammoth. I was coming in on with a back injury. I wasn't going to be able to ski very well, and I got to Mammoth. Lucky enough, the pool at the hotel had a broken spa. So I was like, hey, that's cold water. It's got a yellow do not enter sign across the front, and I'm like, all right, this is my cold therapy. So every day after skiing, the kids would be in the pool and I'm in the cold tub, back and forth, cold, hot, cold, hot. And I came home from that trip feeling better than driving in, and after skiing really hard for, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. On that trip home, I'm driving, I'm like, this is what I'm doing. I had done a lot of work, research before on cold tanks that are out there. It was either Go Haul Ice, which doesn't feel good with the sore back. There was a couple out there that looked really homemade. I have a beautiful home in Huntington Beach, and I don't want a homemade looking thing in my yard. Other ones that required like 64 pages of instructions with plumbing and 220 volt electric and plumbers, and just not gonna do that. I wanna be proud and be excited to walk out there and jump in my cold tank. The other thing is I wanted it to work well. I've been able to unplug this thing, come back 4 days later, and it's only lost 10 degrees of temperature. On the components, there's a few things that are electronic. There's ozone, there's a chiller, there's a pump. All of those electric units I've designed where if they need to be replaced, it's 2 screws or a real quick thing that anybody can do. And so that's why I'm able to offer a 5-year express warranty. Besides looking good, I wanted it to live in the outdoors. This is a specialty UV protected coating. I do have different colors. This thing can sit outside or it can be in your gym, garage, studio, wherever. Not everybody's as tall as I am, so I figured I had to build a step. So I do a matching wood step. It also has the specialty coating on it and the special wood treatment. This particular treatment is what we call Shusugi Bond. It's a Japanese waterproof weatherproofing technique. And basically what I do is I take this wood and I torch it. After the deck top is built, I torch it, and then I scrape away all the char, and I keep doing that until I get beautiful contours, and I call it a bit of a tiger stripe. Some are darker. I have a really dark one back there that's even cooler looking. They're all cool, really. So each one is its own unique piece of art. Makes it waterproof, so that's kind of a double win. Another thing about the design is this is what I call the deck top. Most people that do cold therapy also do breathing exercises, as they should. So I have a deck top. I sit here before breath, or before cold, and do my breath work there, and then when I get out, I do a post ice tub breath work session. The deck top gives it a nice, it's kind of a zen kind of, you get up there and you sit there and then you go right into the cold. And it's a great experience.
As you can see, there's been a lot of thought put into the design and to the build of this cold plunge. And I want to talk about who this might be for. There's a handful of people that I think this makes a lot of sense in terms of investment, right? Number one, if you're an athlete and your body is your job and you're highly invested at performing at the best level. Another example of where this might be appropriate is if you're a C-level executive or an entrepreneur, business owner, and your state really matters. Like people's livelihood is determined by your ability to show up powerfully, right? When we're investing in wellness activities or wellness products, we need to think about, all right, is this an investment that I'm going to use for a long time? Does this make sense in terms of my performance routine? And so if you're someone who is traveling a lot, you're under a lot of stress, you're under a lot of pressure, and you need to renew yourself, you need to harmonize that balance, then this might be a great investment for you. I mean, let's just be realistic. Like most people don't have $10,000 of disposable income to just spend on a cold plunge. And that's why I put together the DIY cold plunge video. So you can do it for like less than $1,000. However, if you own a studio or you own a gym or you own any type of place where people are doing wellness activities, then this could be something that you add to your repertoire of technology and to the products that you're using to help people get results and with very low maintenance. So part of the reason why I'm such an advocate for this particular model is there's really not much you have to do in order to keep it running. Like what do you have to do in order to make sure that this works?
It's super easy. You change the filter every month. If you are a studio, like a Pilates studio or a gym, you might want to change it every 2 weeks, depending on how many people are in and out. The ozone is constantly blowing ozone water into the water and keeping it clean. In addition, I have a spa mineral stick that I soak in, just sits on the bottom. And then on top of that, I put in a spa sponge, which helps soaks up any oils and stuff that might come off people's bodies. So the water is always super clean and cold every time you use it. And the filter change is doing this, popping a new one in, and that's it. That's it, super easy. It's a 110 plug, so you don't need to have any kind of electrician or 220 volt. It just plugs into any socket. There's no plumbing, so you can move this from one room to the other. There's no permit required. It's super easy. I've set these up in as little as 10 minutes.
The other person that this might make sense for is someone who is spending money, disposable income on their wellness already. So that means you could be going to cryotherapy or massage or infrared sauna or any of these other types of places, and you're spending 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, $100 a session or every time you go, plus the time that it takes to travel there and travel back. That can really add up. If you are considering getting something like this, then maybe a financing option will put you in the same amount of spend in terms of going to the cryotherapy or going to the massage or going to those things. And it's not that those things are bad, better, and or worse. It's just when I'm considering making a decision, I'm really thinking about my time. Like all I want to do is collapse time because time is the most valuable resource. Also, like I know that the benefit of actually full submersion cold therapy has been better for me than cryo. It's just a more enjoyable experience and it's a way to bring people over and you can bond over it. If you're going to use it more than 3 or 4 times a week, like 100% you get to make an investment. Whether it's the DIY one or whether it's this one, it's up to you. It's just a matter of like, do you have a beautiful home where you want it to make sense, where it looks good, and you never have to deal with anything breaking down. And if you do, there's customer service or customer support or someone to call. But what I really want to share is that I'm so excited that there are companies like Renew that are popping up now. Like it really demonstrates to me that there's a change in the culture scape. There's a change in the way that people are thinking about their health and their wellness. And they're going to such lengths as to start their own company to build a device that they can use daily without much hassle. I'm excited about this. I am about to get in now and experience it for myself. Yeah, I'll take you guys along for the experience as well. So let's do it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna try this little station right here for my breath work. Do a couple rounds right here, just sitting, and then I'm gonna hop in. So right now, I'm gonna do box breathing so I can train my nervous system to relax. I like this. This is really nice. To have this, to like have your moment, either before or after or both. And you definitely like go a lot deeper. Like because the depth of the tub is it's really deep. You know what I mean? Like a lot of cold plunges can be kind of shallow and you have to like lean like hella far back to like even get up to here. That's something I'm not used to. Because normally I'm only like this deep and I know that your vagal toning will happen when you get this wet. That seems like a small insurmountable sort of detail, but when you look at the science and the literature around vagal tone and the vagal nerve and the impact that has on all the other functions of our body, it's actually incredible. And so, you know, part of the reason why cold therapy can be advantageous is because of the vagal nerve training that happens. As you can probably hear and feel, like my energy is completely shifted in a beautiful way. It just reminds me so much like why I do these things. You know, is like our life is determined by our state and the way that we feel. And the way that I would make decisions before I got into the cold tub versus the way that I would make decisions now is completely different. And that's where the value inherently lies. It doesn't lie in anything else other than how it makes you feel and what it does to your body. And it's such a powerful experience, such a powerful gift to give to yourself. Yeah, I'm just so grateful that I get to do these things, and I hope you do too, whether it's building your own or whether it's, you know, finding a company that you really like, or maybe it's just as simple as doing cold showers, you know, is like a great place to start. It will change your life. So thank you for watching. So excited to be bringing you more videos and talking about the stuff that I'm talking about and sharing these experiences, and I can't wait for the next one. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that right now. Like this video, give it a big thumbs up. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And let me know if you think this cold plunge is worth it. If you think you see the value in this, I'd love to hear from you. Okay, I'll see you in the next video, and always be well.